Hi everyone, welcome to Inside and Out Yoga and Meditation, where every day we help you reach your highest potential inside and out. I'm Emily and I'm going to be your yoga instructor. Today we are going to be emulating nature in our practice. We're going to be trying to find length, strength, stability, letting go, a whole bunch of things. So let's get into it. All right, so find a comfortable seat on your mat. I'm going to be sitting cross-legged. You can be sitting on your shins, on a pillow, on a block, whatever serves you. And just let your palms fall where they may and bring your eyes to a close. Start to deepen the breath. Inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Starting to cultivate a little peace, which I know it's early in the practice, but maybe if we can find a smidge of it now, we can really hold on to it. So we've been working with quotes this whole month as our inspiration. And today's quote is actually a song lyric from what I think is one of the greatest musicals of all time, The Color Purple. And it is very simply, I will stand as tall as the tallest tree. And if you've been following along with our videos, with our Instagram, you will know that I love trees, just on their own, but really as an inspiration, as something to learn from, not only for their strength and for their stability, but how they don't let anything get them down. And obviously trees don't necessarily have consciousness, but if you really think about it, it's something that you can bring into your life. They're firmly rooted into the ground. They don't let the wind, the rain, the weather changes uproot them. Of course, some trees get uprooted, but doesn't that always happen to us too? Sometimes we get uprooted, but we just have to find our way back to our feet, our footing, the ground, just like a tree. They shed their leaves, they die in ways every year and come back to life. They're reborn. So all of these elements are quite complicated, but I think we can do it. I think we can tap into them even just a little bit in our practice and bring them into our life. So let's find just a moment of groundedness right now, feeling your seat on the earth with the eyes closed. Breathing deeply, settling into the present, and becoming comfortable with the stillness before our movement, which can, for some people, be the most uncomfortable part, the stillness. But if we can find comfort in the stillness, maybe we can find a little more steadiness, and then that will only domino effect into everything else.
Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and meet me in a child's pose, sending the hips to meet the heels. You can have the knees as wide as the mat or narrow, whatever your hips need today, and really reach those arms long. You can take a sway in the neck, being gentle, keeping the forehead on the earth, shoulders away from the ears. Slowly roll up to a seat, staying on your shins, keeping those toes untucked. Finding a stillness before taking a free sway. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Really getting the torso involved, the shoulders, the neck. You can even let the arms loose. Really any free movement that you'd like here. Your choice. Whatever feels good. going backwards and forwards like a cat-cow, taking circles. Do that for however long you'd like, and then find a stillness. And whenever you're ready, meet me in a tabletop position, knees underneath the hips, wrists beneath the shoulders. Slip that back foot behind you and let the left leg go out long, coming up for a supported side plank. Looking up at your top arm, reaching towards the sky to lift off of that bottom knee, bringing the hand back down to the earth, coming back to a tabletop, and coming to the other side. Really opening up that chest, drawing the top shoulder blade down the back. If looking up hurts your neck, don't look up. Keep a neutral spine. Bring both hands to the earth and come back to a tabletop. Keeping the toes tucked, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out through the feet here. Reconnect with that breath. Really push the earth away with the fingertips. Can bend the knees, lift the hips a little bit higher, and find stillness. Lift the heels, bend the knees, and take a nice slow walk to the top of your mat. When you arrive, fold. You can take a bend in the knees, grab onto either elbows and sway. And whenever you're ready, slowly roll up to stand, letting your head be the last thing to rise. Breathing here in Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, arms sweep overhead and fold it forward. Step the right leg back, inhale, low lunge. Step left foot to meet right, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to a plank pose, nice juicy roll, and lower all the way to the earth. You can lower your knees first if you need. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting the chest. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge. Inhale, left foot steps up to meet right, halfway lift, spine nice and long, and fold. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms overhead, maybe they meet. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Step the left leg back, low lunge. Plant the palms, step the right foot to meet left, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to a plank pose and lower through bent elbows all the way to the earth. Untucking the toes, drawing the shoulders down the back, baby cobra. Inhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge. Inhale, right foot steps to meet left, halfway lift, and exhale, fold, letting it go. Inhale, rise all the way, arms meet overhead, and we bring it back down, folding forward. Inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot to meet right, exhale, downward facing dog. Roll forward to that plank pose. You can keep lowering all the way or lower halfway through chaturanga, flipping to upward facing dog, tops of the feet pressed to the earth, and send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between the palms for that low lunge. Left foot steps to meet right, halfway lift, spine nice and long, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way, arms sweep overhead, and exhale, let it go. Left foot steps back, low lunge on fingertips. Step back, plant the palms, downward facing dog. Roll forward once again to that plank, and your choice, lowering half or all the way. You do not have to do what I'm doing, coming to up dog or baby cobra, and exhaling the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to sky. Exhale, step it forward between the palms for that low lunge. Right foot steps to meet left, halfway lift, hands on shins, spine long, and fold it forward. Inhale, rise all the way, arms sweep overhead, and exhale, bring the hands to heart center, taking a moment to connect with your breath, reconnecting with your heart rate, reconnecting with maybe even your feet on the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and fold it forward, letting it go. Step right foot back, then left foot right to downward facing dog, and let's get a flow going. Inhale, right leg rises. Step it forward between the palm for that low lunge. Spin the left heel down. Left arm guides you up and open. Warrior two, really rooting down through the outer edge of the left foot. Right big toe. Spine nice and long. Feeling the power in your core, the power in your feet. Straighten through that right leg. Parallel the feet. Heels in, toes out. Sitting in your goddess squat. Hands can come to heart center. Inhale, back up to your warrior two. Flip the right palm up and back, peaceful warrior. Straighten through that right leg. Come forward, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Really rooting down through that right big toe to ground you, to balance you. Lifting high through that left arm. Sweep the right arm up and back, downward facing dog, rebending through the right leg. Step back, plank pose, moving through your flow, whether it's chaturanga or lowering all the way, or taking a child's pose, or skipping all of that together and just coming right to downward facing dog. It's always your choice. Left leg rises on your next inhale. Step it forward. Spin that back heel down. We come up to warrior two. Familiar poses, same on as we did on the other side. Parallel feet, heels in, toes out. Come to a nice squat. Try to get a 90-degree angle in those knees. And whenever you're ready, let it go to your warrior two. Coming up and back for peaceful warrior, straightening through that left leg and coming down to your triangle pose. Maybe looking up at your top arm if that's okay for your neck, really drawing that top shoulder blade down the back. Inhale, left arm up and back, peaceful warrior, left leg rebends, cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot and move through your flow. This could be at whatever pace, whatever speed you need it at. I am merely a guide. You can feel free to pause the video if you need more time. Inhale, right leg rises. Step it forward between the palms. You know where we're going. Warrior two. Nice bend in that right knee. Finding your breath, finding your strength, your power, your groundedness. Heels in, toes out, goddess squat. Nice bend through both knees, really sitting down. And now push your thighs away, really pushing your quads out towards your knees. Make sure you're not putting the weight right on your knees, but above them, right in between the crease of your hips and your knee, really pushing that flesh, if you will, away. Whenever you're ready, straighten through the legs and adjust through the feet as needed, coming back to your warrior two. Right arm up and back, peaceful warrior, straighten through that right leg, coming back to your triangle pose, Trikonasana. Finding a little bit of a twist in your torso that comes with that. Sweep the right palm up and back, peaceful warrior, cartwheel the hands down. And this time, step the left foot to meet the right at the top of your mat, forward fold, and when you're ready, rise to stand. Finding your breath here. Lifting your left leg, giving it a hug, and plugging that left foot into the upper right thigh, coming into tree pose or Vrikshasana. I'll come to face the camera just so you can see if you need. Really rooting down through that right big toe. Core firing up, beautiful long spine here. If you need, you can also rest the foot just below the knee or connect the toes to the ground just aside the right ankle. Any variation of the pose is the right variation if it feels good for you. However many steps you need, step that left foot back and come to a peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot and move through your Vinyasa flow. You can move through chaturanga and up dog or skip it all together. I'll meet you in down dog. Inhale, left leg to sky. Exhale, step it forward, coming to that warrior two, finding a beautiful base here. Inhale, arms can come through center, sitting in your goddess squat, adjusting through the feet. Really, again, rooting down through those big toes here and the heels as you push your thighs away, almost giving yourself a little bit of a massage as you find openness in the hips. You can sit as deep as or shallow as you'd like. Let the pushing go and come back to your warrior two. Flip that front palm, bring it up and back. Peaceful warrior, straightening through that left leg and tip forward for Trikonasana. Left leg comes gently to the left thigh. Let it go, rebending that left leg. coming up and back, peaceful warrior, cartwheeling the hands down to low lunge, stepping that right foot to meet the left, and folding forward, Uttanasana. Slowly rolling up at your pace, meeting in Tadasana, mountain pose. You can stay where you are. I'm just moving to show you our beautiful tree, bringing your right knee up in for a hug, letting it come out to the side, maybe even being guided by your hands, plugging that right foot up to the left upper thigh, or maybe it's down by your calf or resting next to the ankle on the floor. Arms can raise to either side of the ears, growing your branches long. They can stay on your hips or at heart center. Send that right foot back as many steps as it takes you, landing in your peaceful warrior. Left arm comes up and back. Cartwheel the hands down, and once again, move through that flow. It could look different for everyone. It could look different every time you do it. You might even take a child's pose here. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale here. Reconnecting with yourself. And when you're ready, take a nice slow walk to the top of the mat, landing in a beautiful forward fold. Sweep the arms up, knees stay bent, hips go back, chair pose. Weight is in the heels, arms can frame the ears or be on the hips if you have some sensitivity in your shoulders. Wherever your hands were, bring them to heart center. Cross that right ankle over the left knee. And this is a challenge. See if you can twist over to the right. If you lose your balance, that's fine. Just come back. I'll meet you there. Bring the foot back down to the earth. Connect left elbow with right knee and deepen the twist. Let the twist go and come back to a neutral chair pose. And whenever you're ready, let it go. I'm sure you're ready. Step the right foot back. Step left foot back. Land in a plank pose. Lower all the way to the earth, belly to the ground. Untuck the toes. Let the arms just go long out on either side. You can rest your forehead on the earth or maybe one cheek. Finding the breath in a new way here, feeling it in our back body. When you're ready, lift the arms off the earth and draw the fingertips to the heels, lifting the heart off the earth. Lift the feet high, Shalabhasana, and let it go when you're ready. Finding the breath, bringing the hands on either side of the rib cage, push yourself back, hips to heels, child's pose. Feeling the breath opening in the back body, moving through tabletop and coming up and back to downward facing dog, hips nice and high. And take another nice slow walk to the top of your mat. Fold here. Sweep the arms up and land in your chair pose, maybe sitting a little deeper than you did last time. Beautiful bend in those knees, nice long spine as you lift that left foot off the earth, cross the ankle over the right knee for a figure 4 sit. Finding a twist here, maybe hands are at heart center or on the hips. Setting the foot back down and deepening the twist by hooking the right elbow on the outside of the left knee, maybe looking over that top shoulder if it's okay for your neck. Pressing through the hands, letting the twist go, coming back to chair, and letting it go, folding forward. You deserve it. Step that left foot back, low lunge. Step to a plank and lower back down to the belly, untucking the toes, letting the arms go long on either side of you. Finding a moment for yourself here. Whenever you're ready, lift those hands up off the earth, fingertips reaching to the heels. Lift the feet, the calves, maybe even the upper thighs off the earth. Try not to crane in the neck here, having the gaze just above your mat, and let it go. Hands come to either side of the rib cage, tuck the toes, send the heels back to a child's pose. Of your choice, knees can be as wide as the mat or a little bit narrow. And when you're ready, slowly rise up to a seat. come to sit on your bottom, letting your legs go out nice and long, finding that nice tall spine. Bringing the left knee in for a hug and letting the knee go out to the side, plugging the foot into the thigh as we did in tree pose. Finding a twist over the left leg, bringing the right arm down on the inside of the right leg, sweeping that right arm over the ear. Finding a beautiful twist here. It's really about openness in the side body. We're not necessarily looking for a hamstring stretch. Coming back up. Coming to neutral, letting the left leg go long, bringing that right knee in for a hug, plugging it into the upper left thigh, letting the knee go out to the side, taking the twist over the right knee. Left arm comes to inner left leg, right arm sweeps over. You can play with how deep you want to go. Again, it's going to look different in everyone's body. Even in your own body, this could look different from day to day. Whatever's happened or has not happened, let it go, coming back up to a seat, bringing the right knee in and letting the leg go out nice and long. Whenever you're ready, laying back for our final pose, Savasana, our final rest. Again, letting go whatever has or has not happened in your practice. Maybe even reassuring yourself that even if it doesn't feel like it, you did make a change today. You made a choice, a beautiful choice to come to your mat, to show up for yourself. And now just let that go and let the breath guide you. I'm going to stop talking for just a moment, but know I'm still here with you, and we will end our class together. You can stay in Savasana for as long as time will allow. There's no rush from me. As you continue your day, again, whatever has or has not happened in this practice, know in your heart that you cultivated confidence and grounding, and take with you that you do and you can stand as tall as the tallest tree. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.